Alright, now for a review I wasn't planning on doing, but because I bought the movie, and I figured, well, since, I couldn't find a Peanut Butter Falcon, I figured this would be a replacement. So we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I like this cover better. It's the actual cover on the inside, but then they have this. It's just, I guess you can flip it around and do it like that, But it's just weird because this is the front. So this is sort of based on the Manson murders, I guess. It follows Rick Dalton, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his longtime friend and stunt double, Cliff Booth, played by Brad Pitt. And it's basically about a friendship and about Rick's career, as he believes he's gotten to the stage where he's done. He's gonna be out of work, but he gets this TV pilot called, I don't remember what it was called, but and it does sort of go into the Manson murders a little bit. Like, there's this chunk of the movie, not chunk of the movie, but this part of the movie where Cliff, Brad Pitt's character, goes to the ranch, the Manson ranch, whatever you call it, and you don't really see Manson much. You see him a couple times in the movie, but he's not prominent. And neither is Sharon Tate, where she's shown throughout the film, but she's not really a main character, despite the fact that she's shown as one of the three main characters. She's not really that prominent. She pops in here and there. She lives like next door to Dalton, but she doesn't do much. We see that Cliff, working as a stunt double, got into a fight with Bruce Lee, of all people. And the guy that got to play Bruce Lee looks just like him. It's uncanny. And they got, do this fight. It's got Cliff fired. And there's this rumor going around that Cliff killed his wife. But who knows if that's true. Who knows? Like I said, Sharon Tate, she's not prominent. And I don't remember if they show that she dies. Because, so, like I said, Cliff goes to the ranch, and he's looking, because the ranch is owned by an old friend of his, who is gone, he's like senile and stuff, and he doesn't remember Cliff, but, and they slash his tires, he beats the shit out of this guy, and forces him to change the tire, and then he leaves. And then eventually, these guys, they come calling at the end, not on purpose, they just want to kill whoever's in Terry's old house, whoever Terry is, I don't know, and they end up getting their ass whooped, but I'm set on fire with a fucking flamethrower that was from one of Cliff's old movies. And what I like about this movie is it sets the tone with the mood of the 60s and 70s, which I'm assuming by the end we're in the 70s, I don't know, but it kind of sets that mood with the music and the cinematography, the way that, like, when they're filming the TV show, I don't like that. It's in a box, black and white, standard definition type thing. And you also get the clothes and the attitudes and the peace, love, and the smoking weed and the constantly smoking. Back in then, it was a style where everyone was constantly smoking, where now everyone's more conscious. Back then, it was, everybody's got one in their mouth. A cigarette, never mind. But, you see, you got Al Pacino's in it for a little bit there. You got a bunch of, guest stars in here. The guest stars, Kurt Russell there. Yeah. I've never been a big Tarantino fan. I love Pulp Fiction. I quote that thing endlessly. But, I've never been big on Tarantino. And like I said, I probably wouldn't have even thought about checking this out if it wasn't for them, Walmart not having Penny Falcon. And for what it is, it's a good film. It's not bad by any means. It's decently made. It's better than the fucking movie I watched before this. But yeah, solid performances from Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, even though I've never been a big fan of either of them. I got Fight Club, and I got Titanic, and I've seen Titanic, and I just keep it in the shelf because it's a long-ass movie. And I got Fight Club, and I haven't watched that. Like, maybe I'll have to do a review on that at some point. Gunk on my glasses, hold on. But, yeah, this is by all means, I'm not saying they're bad actors. They're terrific actors, and they're good, but in a good performance. And especially when you see Rick DiCaprio's character, as he's, you see him, he's in his pool, and he's rehearsing his lines. I thought he was actually on the phone with somebody, telling them to get them over for a party. I'm like, but he's by himself in the pool. Coming to find out later, it's actually his lines for the show that he's in, and you see the struggles of trying to remember your lines. I mean, it's a little worse for him because he had, what did he say, 8 whiskey sours? Could have had 2, but you had fucking 8. Why'd you have 8? You could have had 2, but yeah, you see the struggles of someone trying to remember their lines and trying to keep in character on a show. You see behind the scenes kind of thing. There's this little interview thing at the beginning of the movie where you have an interview by a guy, the Sweet Pea Rub popsicle stick guy from Supernatural, but just like, yeah, and for what the trailer showed that we thought we were gonna get, like the Manson murders full on, we don't. Like, we don't even see Sharon Tate's death. I don't think we do. I didn't see it. I was also playing Star Wars, but like, yeah, and it's just, it does time jump, and not like Pulp Fiction time jump. It like, it's steady, and then it jumps 6 months later. But yeah, solid performances, even from Margot Robbie, who's like throughout the film, but she's not prominent really. She just shows up here and there. Very good, and then like there's even cameos from like Dakota Fanning and Austin Butler and Victoria Pedretti, and there's a whole bunch of lists like Kurt Russell, Al Pacino. What's the, I don't know the actress's name. She was in I don't know what she was in anymore. She was in another movie. I know that. And like, I don't remember, but she was like the one that Brad Pitt was hitting on in this movie, but she was like underage. She's not really underage, but you know what I mean. I don't remember what she's been in. I don't know, but yeah, there's just a lot of cameos in here. But yeah, this is a very good film. Buy it because it's great. I'm gonna get an 8 out of 10. There's really, it's kind of hard for me to review this, and I knew it was gonna be because I'm not the ninth film from Tarantino. Technically, it's dead. He doesn't count the Kill Bills as 2 movies. Like, he counts them as 1. So I hear that they're gonna do Kill Bill 3. So he's gonna count that as part of the 1 movie, kind of stretch it out, which is smart. You could say, oh, this is Kill Bill Volume 3, and it's gonna be part of the Kill Bill trilogy and not directly my 10th film. I heard he was gonna do a Star Trek film or something. I don't know, but yeah, he's a great filmmaker. I don't doubt that at all. I've never doubted that. Like I said, Pulp Fiction is one of my favorite films. I only watched it a few years ago for the first time, and it's become one of my favorite films. So, and by the way, it'll probably be in my countdown, the top 5 '90s films, which I'm planning on doing tomorrow. So look forward to that. And yeah, 9 out of 10. So what are your thoughts on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you.